R2, Responsible Recycling Certification, is a standard for the recycling industry focusing on responsible practices for electronic waste. The certification process typically involves several stages. 1. Pre-assessment. Organizations evaluate their current practices against the R2 standards to identify gaps and areas for improvement. 2. Implementation. The organization implements necessary changes to meet the R2 requirements, including policies, procedures, and training for staff. 3. Documentation. The organization documents its processes, procedures, and systems that align with R2 standards. 4. Internal audit. Conduct an internal audit to ensure compliance with R2 requirements and to identify any remaining issues before the formal audit. 5. Stage 1 audit. An initial audit is conducted by a certified auditor to assess compliance with R2 standards. This may include reviewing documentation and processes. 6. Stage 2 audit. A more detailed audit is performed to evaluate the actual implementation of the processes and practices in place. This stage often involves site inspections and interviews with staff. 7. Corrective actions. If any nonconformities are identified during the audits, the organization must address them through corrective actions. 8. Certification decision. After successful completion of the audits and resolution of any issues, the certifying body will decide on awarding R2 certification. 9. Surveillance audits. Following certification, periodic surveillance audits are conducted to ensure ongoing compliance with R2 standards. 10. Recertification. R2 certification typically needs to be renewed every few years, requiring a full audit process similar to the initial certification. Each stage is essential for ensuring that the organization meets the rigorous standards set forth by the R2
Materials
certification.
inside the electronic